Hello and welcome back to the RDF Tactics YouTube channel. Today's tactic, we are going to test a tactic from FM Base. It's a 4-2-3-1 goals and possession, that's what it's named as. We have also tested this with two teams. So we tested it in the Netherlands with PSV, who are predicted to finish second. So we are kind of expecting them to do well, but we really want to see how well they can do. And the second test, we tested it with Reading in the Championship. They are predicted to finish 15th, so we are going to see how well they can do. The tactic is based around possession, but it's also going to score you many goals. I can vouch for that. This 4-2-3-1 possession and goals tactic was created by Dracula on the FM Base website. Also, it would be very appreciated if you smash that like button. If you are enjoying this type of content, make sure you are subscribed and also leave a comment if you have any recommendations or any feedback. But for now, we're going to get straight into the tactic after this ad from OneFootball. I'm proud to announce that the RDF Tactics YouTube channel has teamed up with OneFootball. It's a great footballing app. If you haven't tried it out before, then make sure you do. It's free, so why not? You have nothing to lose and the link is in the description below. My personal favourite thing about the app is receiving the latest news, transfer rumours, tracking live scores, but also and of course getting match stats so I can make videos just like this one. There's a video section as well. It's a pretty cool app where you can watch football highlights, historic moments and even post or pre-match conferences. I'm currently using the app to receive news on my favourite team, as you have the option to do so. It's a really good app to get your daily football updates and football news. So give it a go. It's completely free and I promise you, you won't look back. And remember, the link is in the description below. So this is the post on FM Base. This is where you can go to grab the tactic. It's called 4-2-3-1 goals and possession. Of course, the link will be in the description below. But in the tactic description, you can see there are two tactics. Now, if you go to download, I used the second one. It's called Rock Wing 4-2-3-1 possession and goals. The first tactic is suitable with all teams. It will score a lot of goals and the tactic only has the PI of shoot less. So he says you don't need to download the tactic, but it's easier if you just press download and download the tactic. Now for the second tactic, it's more for the elite teams where you're going to score a lot of goals, but you're also going to get a great deal of possession. As we can see in the screenshots, he tested it with Man United. He played 38, won 30, drew 4, lost 4 and scored amazing 117 goals. That, I believe, was used with Tactic 1. For Tactic 2, he played 38 games, he won 34, drew 2 and lost 2 again. This time scoring 97 goals and only conceding 17. So again, great results there. And you can see here for the average possession, Man United finished third with 55%. With the first tactic and the second tactic, they had a little bit more possession with 56%. But overall, the second tactic, not just in possession, but in terms of completed passes as well, it did better with the possession. And that is the tactic we did use for the test. So now we're going to go into Football Manager, look at the tactic and then look at the results. So here we are, the Rock Wing 4-2-3-1. It's a 4-2-3-1. In goal, we do have the sweeper keeper on the support duty. No added instructions. For the two wing backs or the two full backs, they are both inverted wing backs. They have no added instructions. In central defence, we have a central defender and a ball playing defender, proven to be a nice balance in central defence. Now, weirdly enough, in central midfield, we have two box-to-box midfielders as the two central midfielders. I've never really seen that, a double box-to-box midfielder. Usually you would have a box-to-box midfielder and a deep lying playmaker. But for possession wise, it really does make sense to have two box-to-box midfielders. Two energised midfielders who are going to get up and down the pitch, helping the link up. Also, they are roaming from positions, so they do leave their positions, but they can be leaving their positions in order to receive the ball in a better position. So for the box-to-box midfielders, their added instruction is pass it shorter, dribble less and shoot less often. In attacking midfield, we have two wingers on either flank. Their added instruction is shoot less often and tackle harder. In attacking midfield, we do have the shadow striker supporting the advanced forward. His added instruction is pass it shorter and shoot less often. Lastly, up top, we have the advanced forward, the main goal scorer. He's going to pass it shorter, dribble less, shoot less often and tackle harder. Now for the team instructions, the mentality is on attacking. We can see that the tactical style is gegenpress, so he's obviously made a custom version, but the mentality is on attacking. The attacking width is set to narrow, so all the way to the left. For the approach play, we are going to be passing it into space, overlap on the right and overlap on the left, also play out from the defence. For the passing directness, this is where the possession comes into it, is on much shorter, so the team are going to be looking to retain their possession, and the tempo is set to slightly higher. In the final third, there are no added instructions. For in transition, when the possession has been lost, we are going to be counter pressing. When the possession has been won, then we are going to be making our counter movements. Out of possession, lastly, we are using a much higher line of engagement, a higher defence line. The defence shape, we are using offside trap, pressing intensity is set to extremely urgent, and lastly, prevent the short goalkeeper distribution. That there wraps up the tactic. We are now going to check the results. Remember, we did test this with PSV and we also tested it with Reading. Reading are predicted to finish 15th, so we are going to check their results after we check the PSV results. So for PSV in the Eredivisie, we played 34, we won 27, we drew 5 and only lost 2. For the points tally, we got 86 points with a goal difference of plus 68. In the Europa League, we got knocked out in the first round, but in the Toto Becker Cup, we also won that, so we ended the season with 2 trophies. In the Eredivisie, for the team statistics, we scored the most goals, we had the most points per game, we didn't have the most shots for, but we did come in second, and we didn't have the fewest shots against, but again, we did come in second. For the best pass completion ratio percentage, we came in 4th with 88%, but we did have the highest and best average possession in the league with 57%, drawing with FC20, but we did have more completed passes. For the tackles won, we're not in that table. For the dribbles made, we came in 5th with 75. For the most clean sheets, we were joint 3rd with Ajax having 14 clean sheets each, but we did have the best defence in the league, only conceded 31. For the clear-cut chances created, we were the best team in that sense by a mile, creating 41 clear-cut chances, 11 more than the team that came in second. And for the expected goals, if I can find that, I don't know why I always struggle, there we are. For the expected goals, again, by far the best team in the league with 82.69 expected goals in the league. So for the top goal scorer in the league, Daniel Marlon with 25 goals, so he was the top goal scorer of course. For the most assists, we had Philip Max on 15 assists, absolutely incredible. For the most player of the match awards, Cody Gakpo with 5. For the most shots, Daniel Marlon is there with 106, but also Cody with 106, so they're joint there. Philip Max played 140 key passes throughout the season. For the pass completion, Pablo Rosario on 94%, also our centre back. For the most tackles won, we have no players there. For the dribbles made, again, we have no players there. For the clean sheets, our goalkeeper came in 3rd with 14, and for the fewest conceded, our goalkeeper came in 3rd with 27. For the team report, we can see that PSV were aggressive and clinical, and if we check their defensive efficiency, they were quiet and impenetrable, but almost on the leaky side, just almost. For the scoring, how did they score most of their goals? 64 from play shots, 12 from powerful shots and 12 from headers. The assists came from through balls, most of them did anyway, 35 of them came from through balls, 21 came from crosses and 11 came from free kicks. We're now going to check the squad stats. You can see that Daniel Marlon, he managed to score 33 goals in all competitions. Cody Gakpo, the right winger, he managed to score 18 goals in 35 games but got 15 assists. Mario Götze, the shadow striker, scored 14 goals but also managed to get 15 assists. And we then have Zahavi with 11 goals, Mario Jr. on 11 goals, and those players were the backup players, so kind of incredible. For the assists, Philip Max with 17 assists, Cody Gakpo with 15, Mario Götze with 15, Eric Gutierrez with 11 and Mohamed Ihataren with 10 assists in all competitions. That's the PSV statistics. We are now going to check Reading's statistics. Now for Reading, where me personally, I find these results a little bit more impressive because Reading were predicted to finish 15th and they are now promoted to the Premiership. I know a lot of people like for me to test with 2 teams, so here we are, we have tested it with two teams in this video. Norwich managed to win the league, but not by far, and Norwich were predicted to win the league. But Reading played 46, we won 30 games incredibly, drawing 12 and only losing 4 with a goal difference of plus 57 and a points tally of 102. In the Emirates FA Cup, we got knocked out in the 5th round by Manchester City. Not surprising there. And in the Carabao Cup, I mean, this game just like to draw us against Manchester City, because then again we got knocked out by Manchester City. But overall, incredible and impressive that Reading are now in the Premiership using this goals and possession tactic. So in the Championship, Reading scored the most goals, 104 goals, absolutely incredible. They also had the second most points per game, of course they did, but they did have the most shots for the fewest shots against, they came in 4th with 425. For the best pass completion, Reading came in 5th with 87%. For the most possession, Norwich came out on top, not surprising, but Reading, again predicted to finish 15th, came in 2nd with 57%. For the tackles won, we're not in that table. For the dribbles made, we did come in 3rd, so we are getting similar results here than we did with PSV. And for the clean sheets, we got 17 clean sheets. For the fewest conceded, we came in 3rd with 47. For the expected goals, we topped the table by far with 95.86 expected goals throughout the whole season. And for the clear-cut chances, this time we came in 3rd with 35 clear-cut chances created. But for the top goal scorer in the league, Lucas João with 23 goals. So both tests we had the top goal scorer twice, absolutely incredible. But Lucas João, 23 goals. Michael Olise with 19, he was the shadow striker. And Yaku Mete with 15. For the most assists, Michael Olise is there with 12, George Pukash with 10. For the most shots, Mete with 140. Well, the top 3 are all Reading players. For the most man of the match awards, Michael Olise coming in, well, joint first with 10. For the most key passes, we have John Swift with 134, Michael Olise with 133. For the best pass completion, Liam Moore and Tom McIntyre are 2 centre-backs on 95% each. For the tackles won, we have nobody in that list. For the dribbles made, Michael Olise 43, most dribbles made in the Championship. Yaku Mete coming in joint 5th, with 38. For the most clean sheets, Raphael coming in joint 3rd with 17. And for the fewest conceded, well, he's not there in that list. But that there is absolutely fantastic. Reading predicted to finish 15th, and they just almost blew the Championship away, if not for Norwich. And for the team report, for the attacking efficiency, you can see that Reading were aggressive and clinical. For the general performance, they outperformed the average in the league. And for the defensive efficiency, again, similar to PSV, they were quiet and impenetrable, but just almost on that leaky side. So maybe you can toughen up or strengthen up the defense, but do you really want to lose your attacking efficiency for the sake of your defense? That is all down to you. How did Reading score most of their goals? 52 came from place shots, 27 were powerful shots, and 15 were from headers. For the assist, 44 of them came from through balls, 17 came from crosses, and that's the 2 main ways that this team scored their goals. We are now going to look at their squad stats for the goals. You can see that many players scored 10 or more in double figures. There's 6 players there in double figures for goals. I found that very impressive. Lucas João scored 29 goals. Michael Olise scored 21. Mete scored 15. John Swift managed to score 15. Ovi Ojeria managed to score 14, while Puskás managed to score 11. For the top assist in this team, Michael Olise, he had one fantastic season. He managed to get 13 assists. Ojeria managed to get 13 as well. John Swift is there with 12, Omar Richards with 11, and George Pukash with 10. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I really do hope that you do download it. It's a fantastic tactic. Tested with PSV, who were predicted to do well. They done very well. And tested with Reading, who are predicted to do okay, but they ended up doing really well. I hope you download this tactic, but also make sure you do like this video, smash that like button. Also, if you are enjoying this content, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment if you have any recommendations. I will see you soon. Peace out.